Hi, amazing people. Welcome to Beyond Absolutely, a place for understanding tech and creating exciting narratives around it. If this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe, and tune in for more awesome content.
Thank you for coming back. My name is Sandra, and joined with me today is Michael Nyamande. Michael is a friend and a colleague, and today we're going to be talking about an exciting topic: 5G in Zimbabwe. Everything, the benefits, everything that is going to come in. So if something that you want to watch, stay tuned. Okay, so just to give you a brief background, ECommerce launched 5G and currently it's in Avondale. They're planning on rolling it out nationwide in the next few months. As you would obviously ask me, what is 5G? What's the benefits of 5G? Would want to know and talk about 5G and how it affects. So Mike, what is 5G?
5G is the fifth generation of the mobile network, right? It's the big brother to 4G.
Okay.
4G is what we're currently using here in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
But 5G is it's 4G on steroids. It's faster and more reliable connections.
Okay.
So just to paint a picture, right? 5G offers speeds of up to 10 gigabytes per second.
Wow. So it means we can stream a movie in 2 minutes.
You can download a movie just like that.
Oh, nice.
Like that. So 5G was really made with the aim to improve connectivity of people and internet-connected devices. Okay,
so as you know, currently we are using 4G, but 4G was introduced in 2008, right?
Yeah, it was.
And
way back then.
Way back, yeah. And ever since 4G was introduced, we have seen rise of different business models that have led and are actually working right now countrywide and also worldwide. So we've seen the rise of streaming services like Netflix. In social media, we have
things like TikTok, right? So like with 3G, we saw the rise of things like email and other smaller services. But as we got faster speeds with 4G, we started seeing the rise of video streaming. So like as you said, your Netflix, your YouTube, and your TikToks, right?
Okay.
So all these apps were enabled by 4G. And it's really exciting to try and see where 5G will take us, because 5G is like 100 times faster than 4G.
Okay, and when you see certain things like that, like TikTok, you also see certain business models where you have your ads, your business intelligence. You know, like when you watch TikTok, when you're on TikTok, it actually recommends things that are related to certain things like that. So they use certain things like business intelligence and artificial intelligence. So we have seen the rise of certain business models with 4G, and we are so happy right now to talk about the certain things that you're going to see in Zimbabwe, considering that we have 5G at home. So
5G is ushering in a new wave of business disruption. It is blurring the lines between physical and digital as the world seeks to become more connected. So obviously we would expect a lot of innovations around this space, right? So Sandra, what are some exciting business cases that we might actually see emerging from this introduction of 5G?
I'll go with factory automation. You know, when you have to do your packaging, processing, your quality control. I'm also thinking about material fabrication. And imagine like now, a lot of people are buying stands, land, and probably the brick making company has to do everything in a shorter space of time because they have to go with them. Material fabrication, the quality process, it actually goes in a long string.
Okay, so it's quite interesting that you actually mentioned fabrication, right? Last year, Lafarge, the cement producer, they did a trial run of 3D printing a house. So that's how far we've advanced technology. Now actually they managed to 3D print entire house in under 24 hours.
In under 24, so what happens to the builders if they are printing a house in under 24 hours?
Well, that's the downside of technology, I guess. That we actually need more specialized skills.
Okay.
So yeah, we're not removing jobs per se. We are creating more jobs. So there will be more specialized jobs around like people would actually operate these 3D machineries and whatnot.
Okay.
And as we actually evolve, right? Imagine if we can print a house in another 24 hours, right? It probably means with 5G coming into play now, we can probably print a block of flats in under a week.
Yeah,
and imagine
definitely.
how that would have impacted people. For example, after the last cyclone, right, where houses were destroyed and whatnot, if we just deploy that infrastructure there and just 3D print housing for everyone who was affected.
Yes.
In the shortest time possible.
And also, like, we're still discovering our mineral belts. So a lot of people will be relocated in central places, and then you need to, build houses for these people. So yeah, I think that would actually work.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's really an exciting space to actually see, like, okay, now we can just 3D print things faster.
Yes, definitely.
So Sandra, another interesting use case around 5G is towards autonomous vehicles.
And what is autonomous vehicles?
Oh, I mean driverless cars.
Oh, okay. In Zimbabwe?
Yeah, so up until now, right, they've only been a thing in first world countries.
Yeah.
Places like the US, right? But with 5G and better speeds, right, we might start seeing driverless cars in Zimbabwe. Okay. Because with the problem with trying to bring in autonomous vehicles with 4G network, right, is what if you're driving, let's say you're driving down in Bari and your internet connection cuts off. So it's like you driving to a place you don't know, you use Google Maps and your network cuts off, right?
Yeah.
It's very, very dangerous and it's not really reliable. But with the advent of 5G, you can actually bring in driverless cars, right? And the benefit of this is probably driverless cars can actually direct you using the best route, right? So they can use imaging to actually tell, okay, this is a busy route, probably there's a lot of congestion or it's just rush hour.
And potholes, can it pinpoint that this road is bad? And
yeah, so with faster speeds, right, you can actually use satellite imaging to actually tell that road or there are potholes on this road. So maybe you're going around Harare Drive and there's very good road, right? So it's speeding.
Yeah.
When it notices, there are potholes maybe 5 kilometers ahead, right, it actually gradually reduce the speed to cater for those potholes so that you don't just hit the pothole or the hump or whatever, because it now knows using satellite imaging that there's something ahead.
Okay, I think that would be a very nice use case, and I think parents would actually invest in that so that you can actually do your school run with these cars. You don't have to be, causing commotion during rush hour.
Would you trust a driverless car to go pick up your child from school?
I mean, they were just, like when we were growing up, our parents wouldn't trust us with laptops, like us being exposed to the internet. But I think they're kind of adjusted. So yeah, other than if they want to walk back home, they'll rather use the car. I mean, I would train my car.
That's quite interesting.
Yes, I think so.
Even to go pick up my girlfriend or just tell the car, go get her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go pick her for a date.
Quite interesting.
So with 5G introduced in Zimbabwe, we're going to see better services with IoT. So that's basically...
Wait, Sandra. Okay. What's IoT?
IoT is your Internet of Things, like connected devices, your smart technologies, your POS systems, your touch and tag, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I remember in the 2015-2016, right, there was a time where everyone was busy talking about Internet of Things.
Okay.
Like terming the fourth industrial revolution. But it never really took off in Zimbabwe. Why was that, and why do you think it's gonna take off now?
Because obviously 4G connectivity would make the IoT device not reliable. It has to be smart, it has to be fast, and it has to be real time. The 4G network is too slow for certain devices with IoT, especially for a smart home. The 4G network is very slow for a smart home.
No.
So probably that's why it never take off. Even with POS systems, you see, like sometimes when you want to swipe during lunch hour, it can tell you, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
connected.
always a problem. You go to the shops and they're telling you, swipe is down, EcoCash is down.
Yes.
Okay.
So sometimes it's because of the network, like poor network. Sometimes you have to put the POS outside of the shop. I've seen it happening.
So 5G will solve that as you're more reliable and faster internet.
Yes, it will definitely solve that, and it's able and capable of taking lots of devices at one go.
Okay, so what are the applications of IoT are we gonna have?
Smart meters with Zesa, smart meters with Zinwa, smart toll gates,
Okay.
e-gates at the airport.
How about your smart home appliances? Are we gonna have a smart fridge that automatically orders when I'm out of milk?
I know, right? You know what? Let me even talk to you about something. I was thinking one day, if you have your denderi and your chimombe, right, in your fridge. So when you're buying your denderi and your fridge notices that your denderi is like maybe 30%, like you're left with 30%. But then Chimombe knows you buy denderi. It then sends you an application like you can still get the same taste and whatever, but at a lower cost. Then you can just say, okay, because I'm taking a shower. I mean, I just want my Chimombe to come so that I can have my cereal. And then it just orders from me. So there's also going to be like smart advertising with your smart devices in the house. So it can order for you and your...
But isn't that a bit too much?
No, it's the future of ads, personalized ads, because some people are more on the brand than the value. So what will I do? I want to come up, but then there are these giants like Pro Brands. I want to come up with salt. So I'm just telling them, would you buy the same salt that tastes like the one that you for?
Oh, okay.
And because mostly it's about price comparison. You are buying at a store, you see that, okay, this one is a little bit cheaper, so I'm buying because of that. But then what then happens to ads? Because I have to watch TV, I have to read the newspaper to know like there's a new brand. So why can't your devices be smart enough to advertise things that you're buying?
Actually, no.
Yeah.
Interesting. There was actually this joke some time back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where Google, like it's probably in the future in 2050 they are what?
Mm-hmm.
Where Google knows every single thing about you. And
yes.
You're trying to order pizza and it says no, we're ordering vegetarian. And you're like, no, I want pizza. It's like, no, you actually have a heart condition. You detected it using like your smart wristwatch, which actually measures your heartbeat and your BP.
Exactly.
And you're probably gonna need this treatment and whatnot. So you've adjusted your diet. Is that where we're going, or is that too far into the future?
No. I think that's where we're going, and I think it will actually help. Imagine in a household where the husband wants to watch football and the wife wants to watch Telemundo, and then the TV just says to the husband, please, can you stop streaming football? Your wife is upset.
Your wife shows what?
You need to switch on to your wife's favorite show so that it kind of aids you in certain things in the household.
So your smart camera is monitoring your wife's face.
Yes.
Since she's upset, automatically switches. Yeah. Saves you from
your heart. It can even tell you that your heart rate, she's boiling with anger. Things that you don't see because you're swarmed into the match. So you can even pop up an ad. Can you get a TV from TV South and put it?
Interesting.
Exactly. So if you can have personalized ads like that, I think that would work. It will make the country
better.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually great you mentioned the smart appliances doing the shopping for you, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because one place where I think 5G is really going to disrupt the sector is e-commerce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also.
So it's really going to shift the playing field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just walk me there. I normally do my shopping Jet 8K there about, right?
Okay.
But what I always hate is probably I see a very nice looking shirt, right? But there's no price attached.
Okay. Yeah, they never attach their prices sometimes.
And I don't know whether it's the rate or what, but that always sucks, right? And I was just thinking, okay, even if your prices change that often, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not just provide an app? So when I walk in, right, you have an app that's utilizing augmented reality, right? That's you here. So I can just take out my app. I'm just scanning the clothes as I walk, right? And it gives me different information about it. So you can actually get the price in real time. Even if you want to change the price as I'm shopping, I just see the price changing in real time. And actually see other information like probably what materials it's made of.
Yeah.
If there are any other interesting things, right? For example, people who bought this shirt also bought it with this pair of jeans and whatnot.
Yes.
And it's really a nice, fun experience.
Okay.
And even for the business, right, they actually get the added benefit of knowing what people are looking at. Because if I'm only shopping physical, I can see something, hold it. Maybe it's out of my price range, right? But the moment I scan it with an app, it knows that I scanned this thing and looked at more information about it for about 5 minutes, and I didn't buy it. So now the business can actually use data and say, why didn't this person buy it? Is it the price is too high? Did you not have it in their size? Right? And even knowing what I buy, they can now use that information. Oh, Sandra likes this type of tops, right? So next time when they bring in a new order, you talk about personalized advertising, they now come and say, oh, Sandra, we have these nice cute tops that we've brought in, or these nice jeans that go with your tops. So like we're gonna see better improved e-commerce, which is more personalized.
Yes, and I like the part where you say personalized e-commerce, because sometimes I don't go shopping because I hate trying on clothes.
Oh, so you're an online person.
I am an online person.
Okay.
And then I hate it when sometimes the clothes don't come in. Because sometimes I don't want to think that I've gained a little bit of weight.
I'm literally picturing that being what you ordered versus what you get.
Yes.
And it's two different things, or the sizes are not the same.
The sizes are not the same. But then going back to the 5G thing, if we can have AR in a way where you can like virtually try on the clothes.
That would be so cool, right?
Yeah, imagine like for brides, they don't have to do the whole,
going around different locations.
Exactly. You can just, virtually try on the bride's dress, see how, if it's an interview, your tag, see how it looks on you. And then you don't have to be, smudging makeup on clothes, worrying about your hair. I mean, like a lot of things that people worry about when they're trying. So that also can also change the face of e-commerce. So
now you can just order a shoe from America. Simply just taking your phone, just placing next to your foot, and then seeing how it would look
on you. And
then also seeing the sizes. Oh, this is my perfect size. Because there's always that, where there's the UK size and the American size, right?
Exactly.
And like size 7 and size 7 American and size 7 UK are not the same.
Yes, definitely. They're not the same. And I always have to use that chart. I mean, it's annoying because sometimes it's a 37.5 or whatever. So yeah, that would actually help. And also coming back to your other example, sometimes you like something, right? The price is okay. You have tried on something, it's fine. And then they'll tell you, we don't have anything in stock. You have to use the one that
we don't have your size.
Yes, you have to use the one that everyone has been trying on. Of course, if you want to buy something new, you would want, a nicely folded, stocked item. So you can actually scan and it can tell you your size is out of stock. Then you can also say, can you alert me when it's in stock? And then these people can do pre-orders, they can do, different types of business cases that they can do to improve their shopping experiences.
Interesting, yeah. And I think like the good thing, right, about 5G is, as we are more connected and we're faster speeds and whatnot, right, businesses have more data on what they actually want. Yes. So they're going to have like tons and tons of data that at the end of the day, they are going to be forced to know what we want.
Definitely.
No more situations where you walk into a store and there's just so much and you're like, no, I don't want this, I don't want this.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, when you wake up, it's, we have this new thing in stock that you definitely want.
Yes. And then with that, the suppliers know what's trending, what people want. They manufacture things that people want. It's going to be like a, good world.
Okay. I'm personally not a shopping person. I probably buy a few t-shirts once a year or something like that. But I think with 5G, I might be more invested towards doing more shopping.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so it's actually a good thing that you mentioned that there's going to be a lot of data collection. So which then brings open doors to data-driven solutions for cities, for businesses. So I'm looking at in career-wise, let's start there. So you're gonna be having a lot of business intelligence analysts, data analysts.
So it's more jobs, huh? Jobs
related to the data collected, but then it actually changes the whole decision making and planning and probably operations of businesses if we have data-driven solutions in organizations, cities. Imagine if Zupco had data, the operation was data-driven, they would basically, or they would know which routes have more people. And then, because in some cities, I know I see Zupcos are empty. And
so better allocation of Zupco buses. Huh?
Yes.
No more, because I always firing around 4 or 5 there, but you find people starting to queue up and whatnot.
Yes.
I'm like, but they should know by now that probably around this time in these locations there's extra demand, and in these areas there's. So with 5G, you cannot do that in real time. Huh?
Yeah, you can do it in real time. Like, okay, there's like maybe 20 people. You can even have your tap card to detect how many people are holding tap cards at one location. Then you can just basically know, okay, we need to send like 5 buses at this particular place. And
I like that the whole concept of smart cities, right? And it broadens more than just you use 4 buses. Yeah. Probably your traffic systems, right? Because our robots, I'm sure they are mostly manual.
No, they're called traffic lights. Only Zimbabwe call them robots.
in here, since this is we're talking about tech in Zim, the Zim context, we call them robots, right?
Okay. But he means traffic lights.
Okay. So our robots are very manual, right? They're timer based. It's just 10 seconds here, 5 seconds here, green, red, right? So imagine like with the advent of 5G and really the broader spectrum of Internet of Things, right? We actually have robots which use traffic volumes.
Yes.
So you now know that around 5, a lot of people are living in town.
Yeah.
So you give the robots the roads actually leading out of town more time as clean.
Yes, as compared to the other.
And another use case is probably around water management, right? We all know that in the Harare, I don't know about other cities. I grew up in Chiredzi, water was perfect there.
Okay.
But in Harare, water is just terrible, right? And most of this is because of different faults, right? So you might have a burst pipe there, and that leads to like probably more pipes.
Yeah.
But the detection system is very, very slow, right?
Yeah.
So with 5G now, you can actually have real-time monitoring and fault detection, where if there's a fault along this pipe, it's instantly monitored and instantly fixed.
Yeah.
So you actually have better water supplies and even just monitoring different water usages of people, right?
Yes.
You can probably tell that girls of a particular area matter a bit more than other girls.
Okay.
And probably just send out warnings, yo guys, you're using too much water.
Okay.
Can you please just adjust your water levels so that we have enough for everyone?
Do you think adjusting water will be the solution, or probably increase the price of water in certain areas and reduce the price of water in certain areas?
Yeah, I think both solutions work, but you can clearly see that there's a disconnect between different communities, right? Because you go to certain parts north of Samora and it's just green lawns everywhere.
Okay.
And you go to other neighborhoods south of Samora and really they are complaining that they have not been having water for 4 or 5 days, right? So we need a fairer system of water allocation. And yeah, we put it like that. If you use too much water, then probably you get a higher price, like we're actually doing with our power.
Yeah.
Because your power is for the first watch, the first 500 kilowatt hours, they're cheaper than as you use more and more.
As you use more, exactly. Yeah. So maybe to have a staged tariff management for water usage, because honestly sometimes why people use more water is someone is using that, what is it called, that rain shower, and then someone is probably bathing from a bucket, so obviously the water usage will be different.
Definitely. And I think we discussed smart cities, right?
Yeah.
And I think one more area of interest which I'm just thinking about, because we recently had elections.
Yeah.
So like the one huge problem around elections is how late the results are tabulated.
Yes.
So you normally take days, and for some of us who would like watching politics around, you have to sleep on the TV just hearing the results.
Definitely. Who does that? I remember some year we had to wait for the results to come in. So once in a while, the president will be like, okay, so results from Mashonaland is I mean, if everything can be done in real time.
Exactly.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
With 5G, you can actually just compute, you actually receive the results in real time and just compute and tabulate them. And they say, oh, the results currently, if you've seen the American elections, right?
Yeah.
They've actually like these real-time indicators. Oh, so far this person is leading by 40%.
Yeah.
Then you go out for 5 minutes and you come back and say, oh, we've actually switched. This person is not leading.
Yeah.
So you actually have something more like that.
Yes, definitely, because I feel like this, if we have this, it then removes the whole issue with people and bogus accounts posting, what are they called? The ones
Those V11s.
Yeah, the V11s online, and then, you know, so if we can have one central place where we know the results are realistic, are true, and yeah, but we just pray no one hacks into the system and changes the details. But on real time, I think it's way better than waiting up to like know the elections. I think that's why when people vote, it's actually a public holiday.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
there's just so much involved in the whole voting process, waiting for the votes.
Yeah.
So definitely. So maybe 2023, or to be more realistic, 2028, we might see real-time voting.
I don't think 2023 is practical, considering the 5G is only available in Avondale. So maybe
2028.
Yeah, 2028. Fingers crossed.